Hello guys, and welcome back to my video. So in this video we are going to be getting this banner right here from Cloud Firestore, right? So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to export this banner. I'm just going to download it, right? So I already have it, but I'm just going to upload it and then replace it, right? And then let's go to our Google Chrome, right? So we are going to be using Google Chrome. So inside this Google Chrome, inside our Google Chrome, let's go inside our Cloud Firestore, right? Cloud Firestore. So our Cloud Firestore, let's go on to storage, right? Inside the storage, we are going to create a folder. I'm just going to create a folder that I'm going to name promotions. So now inside this promotion folder, I'm just going to upload our promotions banner, right? So let's search for it. Okay, so now it's now uploaded. It's now on our Cloud Firestore. So if you still remember, we now have this access token here. So let's go inside our Cloud Firestore DB, right? So I have this promotions collection, right? So let's just add a field. Just going to call it image, and then let's paste in our banner, right? Our banner link here, right? So now that we are done, let's go back into our code and then let's make sure that we start working on getting this collection, right? So the first thing that I want to do is inside our promotions model, I want to change this from a list of string to just a string, right? To just a string, and then the data type is just going to be an image, right? So now let's make sure that we use the Flutter pub run build runner build delete conflicting outputs to generate a new promotion model, right? Okay, now that we are done, let's go back inside our fake data. We are going to, okay, let's just leave it like that. So inside our promotion folder, we need a promotion. Let's create a promotion repository. Okay. So let's go inside our utils folder. And then let's just grab this, copy it, and then let's paste it below. And then let's change it to promotions collection. And let's change it to promotions. Right. Okay. So make sure that this promotions matches the one in our Cloud Firestore. Otherwise, you are going to run into problems when trying to get the banner. Okay. So now that we are done, let's just create the class for the promotions class. Promotion repository. So just need to initialize some few variables. We need Firebase Firestore, an instance of Firebase Firestore. Firebase Firestore, then underscore Firebase Firestore, like this, right? And then let's make sure that we create the promotions repository constructor, right? So inside this constructor, what we need is an instance of the promotion repository, right? And then let's make sure we set Firebase to Firebase Firestore, right? Now that we are done, now what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to create a stream, since we want to get a list of promotions, right? All the promotions that are inside our promotions collection. So it's going to be promotion model get promotions. So what we need is forgot to add a collection reference, and then let's create a getter. Promotions, we just go to Firebase collection. Firebase Firestore.collection, and then we need it from the Firebase constants, right? It's going to be from the promotions collection, right? And then let's just put a semicolon. Let's just save our data here. So we are getting promotion isn't reference. Okay, we haven't used it yet. So now what I'm going to do is we are just simply returning promotions dot snapshot, data snapshot, right? And then want to just map through each and every document that is in our collection, right? And then we need to store these documents inside our a list, right? So the list is going to be a type promotions, which we are going to initialize at first as an empty collection, right? And then I'm just going to use like a for loop, and then we're just going to create a document, right, in event.docs, right? And then I'm just going to add, so I'm just going to add the promotions, right? We're just going to add the documents inside our collection. So it's going to come from promotion model dot from JSON, right, which is coming from document.data, right? Then we want this to be a type of map string dynamic, right? Like what we did before, right? And then after this, we are just going to return these promotions, right? Then we need to create a promotion repository provider, right? just make sure it's caps lock. So let's import Flutter riverpod, because we're just going to use Flutter riverpod, and then it's going to come from, okay, let's make sure promotion repository like this, and then we need an instance of Firebase Firestore. So we're going to Firebase Firestore provider, right? So now we are done with our repository, right? Promotions repository, right? So let's create. So before we move forward, let me just explain. The promotion repository, what it's doing is that we initialize Firebase Firestore. We create a constructor. And then we bind this instance of Firebase Firestore inside our constructor, and then we create a collection reference. This collection reference is going to be, it's just a reference that's going to point to our promotions collection inside our Cloud Store Firebase, and then we create this function that's going to grab the data, our promotions, and then we are just going to store them inside this promotion list, right? So after this, what we just need to create a promotion model, a promotion controller, right? So let's create the class promotions controller. Is going to extend async notifier. So this async notifier is going to take in a value of type async value of type void, and then let's just make sure that we import Flutter riverpod, and then let's import the async value, right? And then let's create promotion repository underscore promotion repository, right? An instance of our promotion, and then let's create a build function. So inside our build function, that's where we initialize our providers, and that's where we also set our instances, right? So it's of type void. Right, so now we are just going to assign our promotion repository to reference.watch, right? Promotion repository provider, right? Then after that, we just need to return an async value, async data, and then the data is going to be null, right? And then let's make sure that this is going, we have put a constant before, right? And then stream, then we need a list of promotions. So let's just get promotions. So basically what's this going to do is we are just going to return, like, to get all the promotions, right? So basically that's it. And then now we need to create like a promotions controller provider. a promotions controller provider, which is of type async notifier provider. It's going to take in promotions promotion controller, and then an async value. An async value of type void. And then we make sure that we just going to initialize the promotions controller.new. Right. So basically that's it. And then to get like our stream, to get our database from, or to get our data from Firestore, since it's a stream provider, what I'm just going to do is find now get promotions provider, right? It's which you are going to set to be a stream provider. Reference, and then we are just going to make sure that it's promotions controller dot notifier, right? And then dot get so I made a mistake. Let's make sure that we use reference.watch. .watch promotion controller provider .notifier, and then what we just need to do is let's get the promotions, right, like this. All right, so now that we are done with the controller part, let's move on to our promotions widget, right? So we have this promotion widget right here. So let's change this from stateless to consumer widget, because consumer widget riverpod allows us to consume providers, right? And then once we do that, if it's a stateless widget, we need to pass in the widget reference, which allows us to be able to access those providers inside our build function, right? So what I'm just going to do here, I'm just going to cut this clip right here. So let me just cut it, and then on top of this return function, I'm just going to say final promotions is equals to reference dot watch. We want to watch the get promotions provider that we created, right? Get promotions provider, like this. So now I'm just going to return these promotions dot. That's the nice thing with riverpod, it provides us with the when function. So this when function, when we get the data, right, when we have the data, what I'm just going to do is we just return that clip rate that we have. And then let's say if we have an error, so this error takes in an error, and then we have a stack trace, and then what is just going to do is it's just going to return the error text, right? So the error text, and then it's going to be error.toString, right, like this. And then we have the loading function here. Then we make sure that it's going to be a loader, right, like this, right? Let's make sure it's a constant like this, right? So now we are done with, we are not yet done per se, so let's make sure that instead of fake data.promotions, let's use data.map, right? So here I dot image, so we make sure that I dot image, right? So let's change this from to cached network image, right? And then here we must make sure that we have image URL, which is I dot image or image, right, like this, right? So now that we have this sorted out, let me just reload and let's see if the change is coming on our emulator. Yeah, as you can see now, the banner is appearing on our emulator. As you can see, firstly we have that loader. You see it was, and then it appeared. So the nice thing with caged network image is that you don't need, when you reload this page, you don't need to fetch that data again. It's caged inside the package, right? It allows us, so this allows us like smooth user experience, and then also not to waste users data, right? So that was it, guys, from getting like the banner from our Cloud Firestore. So I'll make sure that I'll create another banner here, and then I'll just upload it inside so that we have like multiple banners, right? So thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.